Hello and welcome to the Pin Man. Alright, today we're going to be looking at the Jinhao 80, and at first glance you might think that this sure looks like a copy of the Lamy 2000, and to a degree you might be right, but there are so many differences between this pen and the Lamy 2000 beyond this initial glance that this pen could not be compared at all. First of all, the materials of the Lamy 80, this is just regular plastic. It's a kind of a brushed plastic. Let me zoom in there. All right, perhaps you can see that detail, that kind of brushed look to it, just like the Lamy 2000. However, this material here is it's just plastic. It's just a basic plastic. It's not super strong, I don't think. It's not real weak, but the Lamy 2000 is made of polycarbonate with the brand name Macrolon, or I don't know if it's a trademark name or whatever, but it's technically called polycarbonate, and which is a much more durable type of plastic. So now on the Lamy 2000, this is very similar. You got that cap, the little line there, difference in the cap, and here on the finial, you would have that little metal piece there. The clip is very similar. Let me turn it around over this way though. Clip is very similar. It's that rocker clip, and you can rock it either side there. There you go. But on the Lamy 2000, this part here is a little bit longer, and it's imprinted with Lamy. And on the underside of the clip, the Lamy 2000 says Germany. This is just plain. So you have that. The Jinhao 80 comes in a lot of colors, 8 or 9 colors, and I'll post those colors up there right now. On this card, you see the black only has the gold, but then some other sellers have a black with a silver clip, silver appointments. So very similar to what you get with the Lamy 2000 in the black Macrolon. Okay, so there's the similarities. Beyond this, that's it. Because once you unclip this pen, that's where the differences stop. Now you go to the nib, and the nib here is a basic Lamy nib, basic shape of a Lamy nib there. And this one is, I'm assuming it's 24 karat plated gold. You have the Jinhao Chariot and Jinhao underneath that, and then fine. This pen comes in 0.3, which I think is like an extra fine, and comes in extra fine and a fine nib tip. So that's different because the nib on the Lamy 2000 is very different. As well, the Lamy 2000 has a different clipping system. On the Jinhao 80, you have this flare, I guess you would call it, at the end of the grip that clicks into the cap, and you don't have those little nubs that the Lamy 2000 has. The Lamy 2000 kind of has a shorter steeper, I think it's shorter. But anyway, it kind of looks like a little bit steeper grip here, and it narrows down a little bit more. This one has a gold band. Lamy 2000 does not have any kind of band there. It just goes from the black, the plastic one, the polycarbonate Macrolon, it just goes from the black into that silver colored, so it's kind of nice. As well, the Lamy 2000 has a blind cap here. It is a piston filler, and it has an ink window right here. The Jinhao 80 is a cartridge converter, and takes standard international cartridges. This, of course, is metal, I'm assuming 24 karat plated. And on here you have the metal clips. So you have metal on metal, and there's room right here. If probably you could put a small O-ring to give you a little more stability, although this twists on pretty tight, so I don't think that's a problem. But if you were to eyedropper this pin, once you get the metal part here coated and maybe line the inside a little bit of this with some silicone grease, that should seal it off fine, because obviously it's plastic inside. I don't know if that's going to show up much, but this is the only metal part. So if it's coated with the grease, that should be fine. The cap, of course, is a snap cap and snaps securely, but it's easy to get on and off too. The pin posts, and it posts securely, and it has a nice weight. It's not back weighted at all. This is, there's not much metal in the cap there, so it works well. Okay, so let's go over the measurements of the pin. The body length from nib tip to the body finial is 123 millimeters. Now I'm going to compare this with the Lamy 2000 because, well, yeah, Lamy 2000 is 125. Anyway, capped, this is 139 millimeters. Posted, it is 152 millimeters, and those measurements again are just like a couple of millimeters shorter than the Lamy 2000. Okay, the grip length from the top of this band to the base of the nib is 26 millimeters, and then the girth of the grip it starts at about 11.5 millimeters down to about 9 millimeters. So right there in the middle, it's about 10 millimeters where you typically hold the pin. I'm going to go with 10 millimeters. I found it interesting that the Lamy 2000, they say that it's listed at 7.9 millimeters, but again, Lamy 2000, I think, is a little bit shorter and a little more steeped. So maybe where you normally hold the 2000, it's maybe a little bit smaller there. Okay, as far as the weight, overall, this pen is 18 grams. The body alone is 13 grams. And as you saw earlier, the converter was full of ink, so there you have that. This pen is lighter and a tad bit smaller as far as the links. The price of this pen is about $7. You may find it a little bit cheaper, a little bit more expensive. And of course, compared to the Lamy 2000, the black and silver is, the polycarbonate one is $223 about, and the stainless steel is $319. Whoa. So a big difference there. Okay, let's go ahead and do a size comparison of this Jinhao 80. Alrighty, here you have the Jinhao 80 next to a Jinhao 450, Lamy Safari, TWSBI Eco. here they are, uncapped and posted. All right, how about a writing sample for the, make sure I'm on line there. Spell it right. The Jinhao 80. This is a fine nib. The ink I'm using is Diamine, Sherwood, green. All right, I find the nib a nice writer. There's no hard starts, no skips. It does well for a fine. I would almost call this a fine medium, maybe, just because I tend to think of fine as being finer than this. And maybe I'm just getting used to all the fines that I've been only able to get through these Chinese pens. So, but as a fine, it doesn't bother me. Typically, I don't like fine nib tips because they tend to be more scratchy, but this one's pretty good. There's feedback. I wouldn't call this a real smooth writer, but it does the job. It's not too bad. Okay, a little bit of wetness there as far as line variation. Hardly any. Reverse writing. Let's move this up. It does a good job reverse writing. Again, not real smooth. Borders on scratchy, but it does the job. So if you need that extra fine once in a while, then you just flip this thing over and you can get that. All right, overall, I like this pen, and I'll go over the pros and cons in just a second. So I'll give this smiley. Let's check out the pros and cons to this Jinhao 80. What do I like and not like about the Jinhao 80? I really only have one aspect about this pen that I don't like, and that's the fact that there are a few nib choices, and they're all on the fine side of nib tips. You have the 0.3, which is basically, as I said before, an extra fine. You have the extra fine and a fine. With the Lamy 2000, you have extra fine, medium, and broad. So that's a con for this. What are the pros for this pen? Yeah, you can't beat the price, $7. I mean, it's inexpensive plastic, just a basic nib, and all of that. So $7, and you have a pretty nice writer. I also like the color choices that you can get in this pen. Pretty much covers all the main colors. Versus Lamy 2000, you only get two. One in the Macrolon and the other in stainless steel. I like the rocker clip in that it can be used at both ends there. It's a nice clip. I kind of like the wedge shape there, just the style. It's nice. I like the size and weight. Now that's obviously subjective. Some people, it's not a super light pen, but it is on the lighter side. So you have that. Again, that's very subjective. Some people like more the weight of the metal pens. Some people like them lighter than this, but I find this a good choice. Another thing I like, another pro about this is, even though Jinhao has limited nib choices, you can buy a Lamy nib for these pens, and so whatever you can get them in from Lamy, you can put it on. You can put it on this pen there. So that's nice. And so overall, I think this is a nice, inexpensive alternative to the Lamy 2000 if you like this basic style. Although the 2000 far surpasses this pen as far as quality, and there is no argument there. There's no comparison. So if you really want the good quality, the good backing of a good name, get the Lamy if you can afford it. Still, this is a nice writer. I've done, written on it, written with it, a substantial amount this last week, and I enjoy it. So my overall impression of this pen, especially for the price, is it is well worth the money and well worth your time. All right, thanks for watching, and you have a great day.